What's up, YouTube? Arnado here, back for another video. So today we're talking about Black Americans in America and just the situation, because the Bible has told you, Black people in this country, that my people suffer for lack of knowledge. And when I look out and I see Black Americans and the way you carry yourselves, the way your story is playing out, shows you don't know where your story really is going. And that's what I want to bring to attention today. As Black people in this country, we must know where our story is going, because that's where our power will come from. That's where our authority will come from. So today we're going to read from Joel chapter 4, Joel chapter 4, verse 1 to 9. Judgment upon the nations, because I just made a video, and please go through my videos. A lot of them connect and tie into each other. Go binge on these videos on this channel, okay? Subscribe, like these videos, comment so I know how you guys are receiving these videos. Subscribe to the channel, get your God brain up. That's really the goal for this channel, is to get your God muscle like tightened up, get that muscle developing in the first place. That's the goal, and get your God mind up, okay? We talk about life, we talk about entertainment, we talk about society, we talk about politics, we talk about everything on this channel. But the root of this channel, the foundation of this channel is God, and aligning your mind, your spirit, and your walk with God. That's the only way we're making it through this world, okay? So regardless of whatever I talk about, we're always going to come back to this. So Black people, Joel chapter 4, verse 1 to 9, okay? Judgment upon the nations. And what I was going to say, that's right, I did make a video talking about how all these billionaires, Elon Musk and all these mother suckers, Mark Zuckerberg and this one and that one, Bill Gates, and all these people that have a very strong hold on Earth's destiny, in a sense. They have a strong hold on how Earth manifests whatever is going on Earth. These people are key players, and they're all building bunkers, and they're all building all these underground shelters and all this and all that. And, they're promoting it to the world like, oh, they're building it because of, for climate change, and they're building it because of this disaster and this natural disaster, and oh, the world is changing and they don't know what, so they're making it seem like it's, nature reasons that they're building these bunkers. And I've shared time and time on several videos that the reason these people are building these bunkers is not because of earthquakes. It's not because of tsunamis. It's not because of some natural disaster. They're terrified of hurricanes, so they're gonna, bury themselves underground? Absolutely not. The reason they're building these bunkers is because they know Black people are going to uprise on America. They know their time is approaching its ending. They know their time. The devil knew his time is short on Earth. So the devil schools his children. Let me put it that way. He schools them that their time too is running out. They're not going to have time to run Earth forever. And they know that. All these people that run this world, these are high practitioners. These are high spiritual practitioners. They deal in the occult. Occult, aka witchcraft. And a lot of practices in the occult involve being able to see futuristically. Because the more you learn about this world, you realize there is no past, present, and future. This world exists on a linear plane, and it's just a matter of what channel we're tuning into. These are the secret knowledges and the secret teachings that they teach themselves in their little secret societies. Okay, so these people know what time it is on Earth. That's why they're building these bunkers. They tell you, oh, it's because, look how the world is changing and blah, blah. No, because they know God's power is coming back to his people, Black people. And the minute Black people get their arm up, America is in trouble. America is in trouble, and they know that. America is in real trouble with Black people, and they know that. So let's read what Joel chapter 4, verse 1 to 9 is talking about, and this pertains to you Black people. Don't just read the Bible like it's a book of the past. Absolutely not. I just shared a second ago, there is no such thing as past, present, and future. This is how it's taught to us for reasons that they want, for reasons that they need us to be on this type of wavelength, okay? They're not going to teach us how this world really works. They're not going to teach us how spirituality really functions in this world. They're not. They want all that power for themselves, okay? They know that this world is linear, and they know how to access past, present, and future. These people work with demons as their guides, as their practitioners, as their teachers. Certain demons, all of you go do your research for yourself. Don't just say, oh, Onedo said this, and then don't come in the comments talking about, oh, this is crazy. Well, if I'm lying, go do your research and let your research take you where it needs to take you. You're doing your research right with the open mind, it will take you to the truth. Don't just take what I'm saying for as word is bond. You go do your own. I'm going to just bring you the information that I know and do with it what you want. There are demons right now. Demons are running this world. Okay? And there are the demon. It's wild. It's wild on planet Earth. How we only use 3% of knowledge to understand Earth. Yet it's like we have 100% brain, but we're only using 3% of that brain. So imagine what's really going on with the remaining 97%. Okay, so do your research. Demons are running this earth, and they run it like a government. Okay, there are hierarchies. The same way in heaven, there are hierarchies within the angels. You have the archangels, and then you have the different levels. It's the same way in the devil's kingdom. I don't even like calling his shit a kingdom. In his little rat hole, he has his tiers too. So there are some demons that do know how to see into the future. Read your story. Check Solomon's story. Okay? Because this is Solomon, and this, I don't want to get all over the place. My goal, I want to keep this focused on this Job chapter 4. And I don't want these videos to be so long. Because I think I might break it up just to make it a little bit more understandable and more digestible. So these people have tools to see and abilities to see into what's happening, what's going to be coming, where this world is shifting to. That's why they move how they do. Elon Musk and all these people are not building bunkers because of earthquakes. They're building bunkers for the earthquake of black people that's going to hit America. All right, so enough chit-chatting. Let's get into this. Judgment upon the nations. Okay, black people, because black people are spread out across the nations. You have black people, Africa, back home, and you have the remnant or the section of Africa. You have the Israelite Africans. Those were the ones that were dispersed and scattered across the nations. And each nation that black people are in is dealing with these black people accordingly. According to the Bible says black people, wherever you go, you will be a scorn on this planet. And wherever you see black people, that nation, wherever they are in, treats them as such. Now, judgment upon the nations. Yes, in those days and at that time, when I would restore the fortunes of Judah and Jerusalem. I've talked about this many times on this channel. Know where our story is going. They keep trying to convince black people all you are slaves. Absolutely not. Slavery was our punishment. What we as black people need to focus on is who were we before slavery hit. That's when the Bible is talking about restoring. Not giving you brand new fortunes. No, to restore means you already had, it was broken, now I'm going to restore it. I'm going to give it back to you. Black people need to check our story. Who were we before slavery? That's the key. When I would restore the fortunes of Judah and Jerusalem, Judah, Africa, Jerusalem, Israelites, okay? The kingdom got split into two. Follow your story, go read your Bible. But either way, this is all African nation because the Israelites were African people that got separated from Africa and moved into Israel. And hey, you guys are my chosen ones. This is your new home. You are my chosen special people. That's why over there in Israel right now, they really think that they're holier. They think they're holier than most. They think they are the holy race because that's how God has spoken about the Israelites. Except it's not them. It's not those pasty people you see in Israel right now. Those are, once again, just white people doing what white people do. Going into somebody else's shit, stealing it, taking it over, and claiming that it's yours. But that's something that God will deal with too. But this is just for you to understand a little bit about your history and how Africa and Israel are literally connected. I will assemble all the nations. We're going to skip. He's talking about judgment. I will enter into judgment with them there on behalf of my people and my inheritance, Israel, because they have scattered them among the nations and divided my land. Is Africa not one big checkers board of just division? It's crazy to think that Africa was all one land. These were all one people. Yes, tribes here and there, of course, because when you got a whole bunch of money, you organize somehow. Yes, tribes. But it was still tribes within one land. Now you look at Africa today, I mean, it's a puzzle piece. Why? Because it has been divided so heavily by the European nation. They have divided, they have scattered that entire continent. So now you have people who are neighbors thinking they're different from one another. The devil is tricky. There's an experiment I saw on YouTube. I don't know, go search it out. I don't know if I will find it for this video. But it shows, it was like, I think it was with rats or with some type of animal. I think it was rats or mice or something. How they literally just put a line in between the two animals, and all of a sudden, they stopped and refused to cross the line. But a second ago, they were just like interacting with each other. So it's just to show you the effect on your psychological perception, I will put it that way, of your reality with the concept of division. That's why white people knew what they were doing when they were dividing up that continent. They knew what the intention was. They knew they want these people completely divided, because that's going to completely weaken and cripple this continent. Okay? Because they have scattered them among the nations and divided my land. Over my people they have cast lots. They gave a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for the wine they drank. Is this not slavery time? Were they not out here casting and lining them up, and which one is the strongest? Which one is the this? Which one is the that? Moreover, what are you to me, Tyre and Sidon, and all the regions of Philistia? Would you take vengeance upon me by some action? But if you do take action against me swiftly, speedily, I will return your deed upon your own head. How many times have I talked about this on this channel? You took my silver, you took my gold, and brought my precious treasures into your temples. The Vatican right now, and just pretty much all of Europe, is filled with all of Africa's stolen gold, stolen rubies, stolen gems, stolen crowns, stolen history, stolen books, stolen knowledge. Man, you sold the people of Judah and Jerusalem to the Greeks, removing them far from their own country. Check your history. Before black people came out here to America, Israelites have been scattered. Like I said, I'm gonna have to break this video up into several parts, because you have to understand your history and the move and how you even came to be, how you ended up in America, and how it did start off in Greece, how the Greeks tie into it, how Rome ties into it, before you ended up in America. Okay? Like, you have to know your history. But you sold the people of Judah and Jerusalem, aka black people, aka African people, to the Greeks, removing them far from their own country. See, I will rouse them from the place into which you have sold them. This is key. And I will return your deed upon your own head. Is this not everything I have been speaking about? Because I've noticed even a lot of channels on YouTube that speak, it's when they talk about God, they're talking about God like, oh, we're just waiting for his return and he's coming to judge the world and it's over after that and da-da-da. And every time I hear all these channels, I'm like, but you are missing a huge chunk of history that must happen before we go up to heaven or anywhere. There's a lot that still must happen on earth. Ain't nobody waiting for God's comeback right now. Is he on his way? Yes, because his power coming down to black people is a form of him returning. But the finale of everything, is it coming? No, there's a lot that still has to happen. Black people are still enslaved in America. Black people have not realized their power. White people are still running around free on earth. Okay? So as black people, you have to find strength in your journey. That whenever I read these passages in the Bible, whenever I read these, I don't want to call them stories, but whenever I read these, I don't know what to call it, just these portions of the Bible, it fills me with hope. It fills me with strength, because it lets us know as Black people that everything we are going through, was destined. We're not going through it just because we're some like weak, shitty kind of people. We're not going through, people do not treat us like a scorn because we are really bad people or because we really are a scorn. No, it's punishment. When you start to understand the things that's happening to us as Black people as punishment, it alleviates a lot of the pain. It alleviates a lot of the stress. It alleviates a lot of the guilt, the shame, the hurt. It does, because now you understand your story. Now you understand why things had to happen, how they had to happen that way. You understand where you're moving. You understand who your enemy is. You understand that your enemy really is not strong. Because the way the world looks at white people right now, we act like white people is just, oh my God, don't nobody say nothing to the white man. But when we as Black people start to claim our story back, we can now begin to look at this white enemy. And I always have to, it's not every single white person. It'll be like one or two. It's gonna be like one or two white people that make it. But you have to, when you see and understand your story, our story as Black people, we begin to take away the power that these people have placed on themselves. The veil, that veil of illusion that is over everybody's eye on earth right now, because every nationality reveres white as like these fucking saviors and these like untouchable beings on earth. But when you start to understand your story, you realize, wait a minute, I'm only on punishment. Like that means you still have all your power and all your strength. You're not going through these things because you're weak. You're going through these things for discipline, because we fucked up as Black people. We got punished. Those of you who have children, if your children mess up, do we not punish them? Does that mean we don't love them? Does that mean, the reason they're getting punished is because they're weak? No, you're getting punished because you messed up, my dear. You're getting punished because you should know better. As strong as you are, as smart as you are, as wise as you are, you should know better. So I'm going to punish you. That's what has happened to Black people. This is our story. As wise as we are, as smart as we are, as strong as we are. Yeah, we still got hit with slavery. Why? Because we had to be punished. So when you read verses like this, like Joel verse 4, Joel chapter 4, verse 1 to 9, it should give you a piece of your story back. It should give you a little bit of hope to see, okay, where's this going? Because Black people just being mistreated on earth, like, this is getting old. This is getting old at this point. Where are we going with this? Like, real talk, where are we going with this? Because you look around and there's no moves being made in Black people community that's really powerful enough to move this narrative against Black people. So therefore, what the hell is going on? And then you read this and you know, this is a godly story. So therefore, the only person that is going to take this yoke and this monster off our back is God. If we keep thinking, we have to do this and it's protesting and we're not making moves, because we're not calling God into the equation. When we start to understand our story and we see that God is the reason for us being in this, we are going to we then realize that there's nobody to bring us out of this other than God. See, I will rouse them from the place into which you have sold them, and I will return your deed upon your head. Do you know how powerful that is? It's so powerful, that's what Elon Musk them are building bunkers for. That's so powerful, that's what Mark Zuckerberg has his bunker for. This is such a powerful, this verse 7 is so powerful. That's what all these billionaires are running and hiding from. They know what's coming. It's like white people know Black people's history more than Black people know Black people's history. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. And Black people, that's why you're suffering, because you have no fucking clue about your history. You don't know shit. You don't know shit about your life. All you know is what America has taught you about yourself, and you think that's it. America is your enemy. You think you're going to learn yourself from your enemy? I will sell your sons and your daughters to the people of Judah, who shall sell them to the Sabaeans. Judah is the Black race. Do you understand what this is talking about? Yo, these are like my favorite Bible topics, is the topic of return to sender. Return back to the enemy everything he has been doing. That is my favorite portion in the Bible. I will sell your sons and your daughters to the people of Judah. Basically, white people, you're going to be sold to Africans. And Africans are going to sell you to surrounding nations. Like, white people don't know. That's why I say it's not unfortunate, fuck them. But at the same time, unfortunately, white people in America, just the basic citizens, have been led so astray by their powers that lead and govern over America that they don't realize that the powers and the leaders that govern America, that has therefore filled these regular white people with so much animosity towards other people, has filled them with so much delusion about who they are, has filled them with so much delusion about, oh, we're great and that's why we got this great country. And now these regular citizens of America, they believe in this story, not realizing how they have damned you, because they are walking this earth not realizing that slavery is their future. Like, white people are about to be enslaved on earth. The same way black people went through slavery, because yeah, we fucked up, we got punished. White people, you fucked up, you about to get punished. God is not an unfair God. What you do, you reap. And that part of the story is like, every time I hear white people speaking, they have so much venom for black people and our history, and they always want to list the stats. Black people are this violent, and black people make up all these people in prison, and black people do these crimes, and black people are the reason for that, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, you somehow familiarize yourselves with black history, what you think, and all these black stats and all these black information you familiarize very clearly, apparently, to fit your narrative, but you have spent no time studying your history, white people? Because your history leads you to being slaves to the African nations. Do you realize how crazy that is? Do you realize your history? And they clearly don't, because if they did, they wouldn't speak with so much arrogance in their words. So it's black people, you are the ones. Everybody knows your history except you guys. Indeed, the Lord has spoken. Declare this among the nations. Man, declare this among the nations. Proclaim a war. Proclaim a war. And rouse the warriors to arm. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll end the verse on that one, or the chapter on that one. And rouse the warriors to arms. That's why Trump's administration is moving the way it's moving right now. That's why Trump is sent and is a plant, because they want somebody, and he's the perfect candidate. He is sent to give rise to the white supremacy movement again. He is sent to give rise. Let these KKK members come out. Let these skinheads come out. He's trying to fire them up again. Why? Because they know this is when black people are about to fuck this place up. So by rousing these groups, to them, that's defense for America. That's the army for America that they're hoping can block or stop God's judgment of America that will come in the form of black people. So when you see Trump making all these moves, don't fear, black people. Everything is because of you. Every single thing happening in this country, I promise you, black people, you are the root of it. Everything happening in this world, black people, I promise you, you are the root of it. Do not think you are not always in these people's minds. Every move they make, every play they make, it's against black people, or it's because of black people, or it's for black people, or it's on black people.